what's up everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today my 2021 year-end top 10s continue as I look at my number, my number 5 super featherweight in the world right now at 130 pounds, the undefeated former world title challenger Shavkat Rakhimov. Well, Rakhimov was coming off of 2020 where he didn't fight because he was waiting around for his mandatory title shot at the IBF title that he got in 2019 when he stopped Azinga Fazil. So that fight was coming, and in February, early on, he was going to get his crack against champion Joseph Diaz Jr. Prior to the fight, though, the day before the fight, Joseph Diaz came in way overweight, was stripped of the belt. The fight would go forward, and Rakhimov would take on Diaz with the vacant title only on the line for Rakhimov. Now, Rakhimov was an underdog, and most people still felt that he was going to lose that fight, against Diaz. But Rakhimov went out and fought the fight of his life, fought his ass off, performed at a very high level against Diaz. It was a good ebb and flow fight that went back and forth, but when the smoke cleared, the fight was declared a draw, which was a close fight, and it could have went either way, so I was okay with that. But the title remained vacant, but the IBF, considering that Diaz came in overweight, and so basically had an advantage over Rakhimov, the IBF ordered ordered Rakhimov to fight Kenichi Ogawa for the vacant title later on in the year, and in August, that fight was penciled in for August, but Rakhimov had to pull out with an injury, but was guaranteed the first crack at the title against the new champion between Kenichi Ogawa and Azinga Fazil. And Ogawa ended up knocking Fazil down 3 times and walked away with a clean unanimous decision victory. And Rakhimov now, for all intents and purposes, is in line to fight for the IBF title against Kenichi Ogawa. So that fight should be popping off in the first half of the year. Ogawa came back in December and stopped an unknown fighter, second round TKO. Just kind of came back in Russia out of nowhere and shook off that rust. But I believe the next fight with Ogawa, we're probably going to see that, I'd say March, April area, the very latest May. And I think Rakimov's going to get a crack at his first world title. I think he beats Ogawa in that fight. I really do. And then it looks like he's got a mandatory against British contender Zelfa Barrett for the second half of the year. So it looks like Rakhimov, as long as he stays victorious, he's got his whole year wrapped up. And to be honest, I think Rakimov's going to beat Ogawa, and I think he beats Zelfa Barrett as well. So, but here's the thing. Both of those are real challenges. But wins over Rakhimov after the performance against Diaz, he already knocked out Azinga Fazil. The performance against Diaz, if he can come out and beat Kenichi Ogawa and beat Zelfa Barrett in this wide open division, depending on who's moving up and down and what happens at the top, Rakhimov by the end of the year, in my opinion, could be sitting right at the top of the division. He could be number 1, he could be number 2 very easily, and I believe he's going to be in the top 3 just based off of opponent selection and who he's lined up against. Kenichi Ogawa, I got him number 6. Zelfa Barrett, I got him tied for 10th right now. Those are quality top 10 guys right there, and Rakhimov's going to be able to compete against them. So really looking forward to the kind of year that Rakhimov potentially could have, and I hope it's a big year for him. So we'll see what happens, but that's my 2021 year-end top 10. My number 5 super featherweight in the world right now at 130 pounds, former world title challenger and undefeated Shavkat Rakhimov. I hope you guys enjoyed this. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.